Hey, Dr. Carp here. This is a new video. It's called Carb Counting 101. And what we're going to teach you today in a short period of time is how to look at a food and how to plan your diet so you know exactly how many carbohydrates you're getting. Now, a lot of people will say that, well, just eat a healthy diet, quote, eat a healthy diet and you'll lose weight. I found, especially with my patients who need to lose weight, that learning the skill of knowing how many carbohydrates you're actually getting is one of the fastest ways that you can use to lose weight in a dependable manner, knowing the number of carbohydrates so that you can look at a food and know how many carbohydrates there are in the context of a weight loss plan. And by the end of this video, you'll know how to do this so you can make those decisions for yourself. And we'll start out talking about the total number of carbohydrates per day that you need to put yourself into kind of weight loss mode. And this is taken from Mark Sisson's website called Mark's Daily Apple, which is a great resource for people on the primal paleo type of lifestyle. So we have 0 to 50, we have 50 to 100, and we're talking about grams of carbohydrates, 100 to 150, and then 150 plus. So 0 to 50, this is ketosis, which means that your body is not getting enough carbohydrates and you go into ketosis. There are actually diets called ketogenic diets that use this principle to lose weight. For those diets, though, it takes a lot of learning before you would ever attempt that. So I'm certainly not recommending that you jump right into a ketogenic diet. That would not be smart. We have 0 to 50. This is kind of a sweet spot for weight loss. Then we have 100 to 150. This is kind of like maintenance, daily life, but can also be weight loss if you're doing everything else right. And then 150 plus is generally a problem. So I think all of you can remember these 4 categories. The break-offs are very easily. I think if you just spent 30 seconds and you wrote these down by yourself, looking at this and looking at your paper, I guarantee you in 2 minutes you can remember this. Now, this is how I teach my patients. I teach them that first, and then we go into staple carbohydrates in your diet and how to measure them roughly, so it's very easy for you to think about it and to know how many grams of carbohydrates you're eating. And we break that down into 15 grams, around 20 grams, around 30 grams, and around 40 grams. Okay, very, very simple. And again, there's a little bit of memorization here, but I guarantee you this is so easy to remember, and this is going to be easy to remember as well. This is citrus fruits, so we've got oranges, grapefruits, medium-sized. Everything here is medium-sized or 1 cup. And we have berries. So you're just going to remember those 2 for this particular category. Citrus, oranges, grapefruits, berries. Medium size, 1 cup of berries, roughly 15 grams of carbohydrates. And as I'm going through this, kind of, take a look up here and realize that how you're going to combine these, you can get into the spot that you want. For 20, we have apples, we have banana, we have sweet potato, one of my favorites, sweet potato. And again, we're talking about medium sized. This is like a little more, maybe 25, but you get the point that we can kind of group these together so that you know during the day exactly kind of where you are on your carbohydrate category here. Then at 30, we have potato, and we have 2 slices of bread, and we have beans. Now, beans have different fiber content, so not every bean is exactly 30. Maybe it's 35, maybe it's a little less than 30. But again, I think you get the point that you can kind of get the right number so that you know where you are in these categories up here. And then 40, I usually put rice. And that's 1 cup of rice, brown or white. They both have around 40 grams, depending on the type of rice. But again, we're being general, and general works here in this particular thing. So if you're having a sandwich, you're at 30. If you're having a banana, right, you're at 50, 55, let's say 50. And then if you're having some berries, you're at 65. And then maybe you have a cup of rice, and you're all the way at 105. So you would know you were kind of maybe you want to be a little bit lower. And so this is how you can look. I guarantee you, again, if you just spend 2 minutes on this, you can remember these categories. These are kind of staple carbohydrates that we all have access to. And you can make those measurements yourself and know exactly where you fit in the weight loss categories up here. The great thing about Miracle Noodle is that if you're feeling deprived with kind of a lower carbohydrate diet, you don't have to feel deprived. You can have a bowl of noodles anywhere amongst these and feel more full and satisfied. And when you have a crutch, the crutch of Miracle Noodles and Miracle Rice to help with this carb counting, and you have the knowledge, you can make educated decisions and they can become a skill. They can become a skill set. And that's what we're trying to do here with these videos, is create skills so that they become second nature. So if you like this video, click the like button below, because that's going to be very important for me to know whether or not these sorts of videos you find helpful or you're interested in them, because I have a course called Weight Loss Awakening that teaches these concepts in a lot more detail, but I wanted to release some of these videos to the Miracle Noodle customers so that they have this information. So remember, click the like button below if you like this, and if you have any suggestions on other topics that you really just don't understand, or you want even more detail than what I've gone through here. So I hope you enjoyed this, and I'll see you next time. And until then, keep learning as much as you can, because education leads to skills, and once you apply those skills, it becomes second nature, it becomes a habit, and then you get to the goals that you achieve. So I'll see you next time.